You really can't.
Hold on.
Can't see
Sorry.
I've got the green screen. Well, I've got the green screen going. UFO box.
That actually looks super cool. But anyways, yeah, so I do projects too. I did an operation game. I think this was in January. And, I had art mods. I don't know if art mods is in here. Art mods made me into the operation guy.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I do.
I've never played that game.
I just do different projects and, do accessories each month. This was my February project. It is Bluetooth speakers. I think this one has the 2-inch speakers, but due to shipping, some people got 3-inch speakers. But this is all Bluetooth and can be controlled from your phone. Yeah, so I wanted to do something different. And
is that every month?
Yes, this is every month. I've got a project and accessory and filament samples.
And like Ricky Tanner said, it's a great idea for Steam stuff.
Yeah, and that was my thing. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something fun. Like I had
that's nice.
I had a lady.
Yeah, that's what Josh said. That's the accessories from the.
Oh yeah, there's some accessories from past months.
Yeah.
As the Z Catch vanadium socket set. Not every month, as my subscribers in chat can tell you, not every month is amazing, but I try and I put a lot of effort and projects into things.
I've got to say I love those little blue nippers. I've got the same exact little blue nippers, and they're one of those tools that are great for the job, but the job ain't great for the tool.
Yeah.
You can't find anything better for doing what we do with them than those.
Yeah.
But they just wrecks them. So in my I won't talk about my website, but in my product description for those, I warn people. I'm like, these are no better than any other ones. They will break. So be prepared for a chunk of it to fly up and hit you in the eyeball.
Ouch.
But it is what it is. The ones that come with the printers do it. You can't get ones of those that are better than those. It is what it is. But they're not really meant for grabbing something that's really hard to tear off and then tearing it off. But yeah, I think they're great.
Yeah, last June I think it was, I did a whole 3D printing tool set, and it was heavy and it came with quite a few different parts. But then I heard reports afterwards that the snips and I think one of the pliers, but mainly the snips, the handles kept breaking on them. And of course, to be able to afford that many tools in a thing, obviously the cheap Chinese stuff.
That happens.
So the snips that I sent out last month, I think it was, I wanted to make sure that they were good snips and they weren't.
Those blue handle ones are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can guarantee.
Said, tell them what the mothership's all about.
Okay, so the mothership, one random person each month gets a bonus item.
Sorry, I got blue LEDs.
As of right now, my most expensive mothership that I've given out, I won it at Earth, was one of these giant Phenom printers from Peopoly. It's a $1,800 printer. I gave it out for the Christmas mothership this year. But it ranges from anything from sliced mosquito hot ends. Spoiler alert, this month is a all metal hot end from Micro Swiss. I've done filament, like 5-6 rolls of filament. I'm having a brain fart right now. Like every single month has a different thing. February or January, I think it was, February had a $50 gift certificate for Proto Pasta. So really it depends on what all I can get each month. One month, my anniversary box last year, Ziltech donated, I think 12 3D printing pens, so I was able to give out 12 of those, and then E3D supplied some hot ends and nozzle kits and stuff. So
I think Cathy might have more tools than I do. Because she's just like, wait, I got that. I got that. I got that.
Hey, Brian,
That
you
cupboard behind
know.
me full of tools that I can't get access to because of all the boxes.
But
I
yeah,
have
Brian, you know
Cathy's problem.
that it's completely random each month, and as the numbers grow, you have less and less chance of getting the mothership prize. But so far in almost 2 years, I haven't had the same person win be selected, and I think once I reach a certain number, I'm going to do 2 mothership prizes for every so many people. But I've been kind of at a flat spot for the last year, and I completely blame myself because there's been some months like this March and April boxes. April was supposed to go out 3 weeks ago. It's going out Monday. But it's just right now, shipping is stupid.
Oh, yeah, it's rough.
But
I think everybody's understanding about it, though.
And well, I think I've got the April, May, June, and July projects and accessories already in. So for the next 4 months, all I have to worry about is boxes and filament. So May is going to be out, I'm hoping by the 10th of May, so it's not going to be super, super late. And then per my email, I hope everybody got it. The way I'm changing things, I'm going to have it out by the end of the first week of every month. And I think starting in June, I should be on time and logistics should be squared away.
They're commenting about the shirts again.
Yeah. Well, my director was just like, "What the hell's up with all the orange?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it."
Wait, you have a director now?
Dude, I'm just the ugly figurehead of all this.
Who's the director?
That's all I will say. That's all I will say.
I think I got an idea.
The man behind
I
the
might
curtain.
be about
It's not
drop out.
JT in the background.
I'm sorry?
Is it?
What'd you
It's
say,
not
Walla?
JT, is it?
Oh, I might be about to drop out. I've got 2 windows open for some reason, and when I go to close one of them, it says, "Do you want to leave the session?" So if I drop out, I'll be back.
Yeah, if you drop out, don't you have the link still? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
It
drop
did it
out,
to me too.
okay. Yep. If you drop out, I'll just come right back in. I'll just automatically join you back up. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Hopefully
And
it's
Shane,
not-
I apologize for the sales pitch. I did not intend
not-
to.
No. Because I really don't. All right. Because see, here's the thing. Because you're not the only person who kind of brought that up.
But it was a
It wasn't-
question asked in chat, though.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, well, this month, you get a special code if you use this and that and no. No, that was more of an information thing. You know what I mean? There's a difference between.
Now that you mentioned.
Well, no, but say like, okay, say if I'm mom and pop. Yeah. Well, say if I'm mom and pop, filament maker, and I come on here and everything else. I'm like, yeah, hi, I'm mom and pop filament maker. We make this and that, and whatever. That's fine. But if I come out and say, hi, I'm Mom and Pop, and we got an exciting deal for everyone watching. We have this incredible box of filament that will do everything that you could possibly imagine, and it'll be yours and yours alone, and da-da-da. I don't want this to turn into like an infomercial.
Yeah.
Because, it's just not, it's not that, And I don't mind people like someone like beforehand, it was the EU guys and everything else. They're like, oh, well, is it okay if I say this is from Orx's Patreon? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You're giving information. You're not promoting it. You're giving information. That's fine. It's when it's when people will sit there and purposely try to use
Push
it
products.
as yeah. So there's a huge difference. So so far, no one has done that. Okay, because you'd be gone faster than anything. I want to use that boot button.
So
He
David,
wants that hammer.
David, they are $36 a month. Seeing that you're a Canardian, it's if you were to sign up,
Double for Canadians.
If you were to sign up, contact me first because that $36 includes shipping. So people aren't paying on top of that for the shipping. That includes the shipping in the U.S. though. For Canada, I actually have to give you a discount code to knock off the difference, but it's still like an additional $14 to ship to Canada, which is just stupid. I've been having people overseas, especially now that Scalda has canceled his European box. I've had people contacting me and asking me to do like an every 3 month or every 4 month. That way the cost of shipping balances out over the course of the.
Good idea.
Like I could still charge $36 a month for overseas shipping, but after 4 months, since it cost me $7.45 to ship them, that adds up to almost $30. I could then take that $30 to ship it overseas. So
That's a good idea. I mean, if you can figure out the logistics of that.
Yeah, I think I could do it. I think my only thing is I'm not allowed to send candy overseas, even though Cathy gets all my candy, but she uses a reshipper.
Yeah. That's why
Shane
I
likes
get
his candy.
Three at the same time.
And that's another thing that for people overseas, like Cathy. Oh shoot! I just broke my needle. But Cathy uses a reshipper. So all the stuff that she buys in the U.S. They hold on to it at one place, and then when she says send my stuff, then they ship it all at once.
That's clever.
So.
That's very clever.
And I found one that doesn't charge me Australian GST fees. So it's
that's cool.
It's good.
Yeah.
Look at Cathy with all like the secrets. She's like, oh, I got my connections.
Well, I was with another one, but I left because of that.
What,
Pretty sure those companies aren't giving that money to the Australian government.
Hey, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Did you need any of us to pop out? It looked like there was supposed to be a couple other people in right now.
They are supposed to be in, but then again, it is 6:15 Central European Standard Time in the morning, so they could be sleeping.
Oh, they haven't showed up yet.
It shows up on my end. There's a waiting room, and that's when I can sit there. I don't know if you guys see it, but when you guys are in the waiting room, I send a message saying, "Hey, hold on, I'll get you right in there." You know, blah 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 blah, and then pop you in there. So
you didn't give me a warning. I was on the air, and I was just talking away like I was in the private chat.
See, but I don't know if that was me or Sam. So I would have to go back and everything else.
Sure. Sam. See, when you said
Like,
Sam,
you
like
can't
even though I
defend yourself.
saw a girl called Samantha, I just heard Sam and thought you're talking to me. I was like, huh?
Oh no, I'm sorry, Samantha. I apologize. All
It's all
right,
good.
look at this. The girl who was
Welbot's
hosting
asking
before
how
with the
to
long
get.
red hair.
So Sam is your director. I got you now.
No, Sam's not the director.
Not me. Not me. I'm not directing anything.
Welbot's asking in the group chat, anyone know how to get rid of the second video screen? I don't have a second video screen. So I don't
Did
know
you try
what
rebooting?
Well, when I closed that one before, it
Mhm.
basically kicked me off the stream.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I load it up, I've got the split view of all of us. And then on my second monitor, I've got this other one, which is the speaker view. And I don't know how to turn one of them off.
Are you on? Oof. Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I know. I might know.
Well, just turn off the other monitor so you can see it.
That's the easy way.
I was going to say just minimize it.
I like the simple
Mute,
solution.
minimize.
I can't just minimize
Your
it, but
fancy second monitor.
I assume it's wasting bandwidth by
2,
giving
3,
lots of
4.
screens. So. It's not a major issue, but yeah, just curious if anyone had come across it.
I thought there was an option for set up on dual monitor, but I could be wrong.
Well, I would have to have David's permission to have his address before I invite him.
I did see an option for.
Yeah. All right, go into. Yeah,
Not sure
it's under settings. Go to general. It's the third one down. Use dual monitor. Is that ticked or unticked?
I did have it ticked, but yeah, I wasn't sure
Untick it.
what it actually did.
Untick it.
Do-do-do.
That should shut off the other monitor. Hey, it's still recording. Awesome.
This is
Yeah,
dual.
the proof of the tic-tac-toe here, you know.
What does use dual monitor do? Because I just enabled it.
Did nothing.
Okay.
This is like, let me see what I can break.
Come on, guys. I worked it out. It can't be that hard.
Well, my second monitor is my TV, so that's why it looks like I'm looking up. But
Before I thought you were trying to do like the Brady Bunch thing to see who was up above you and just wave high. Okay?
it works out great. Wait, who would be above me? It's nobody, unless it's down there.
What's on?
Well,
Zoom and what's
on my
YouTube?
screen, 3D Rev is above you, Mitch.
Okay, I can't. I have to see the YouTube.
I got Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all different in
I look.
YouTube.
Okay, it's Joe.
I use
on
gallery
here, so.
view, so I see.
Yeah,
all
I do,
nine
but
people.
on YouTube, it's showing Joe. So, hey,
All right, guys.
I know Amy was on Amy from Lego Masters. She was on with a couple other Lego Master people, and they all had the same Lego piece, and they were passing this Lego piece to each other
Oh, that's cool.
across the screen.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
Nice.
it's something everybody has. Like, we could pass it. Film
We
it.
can all take off our
We could pass it.
We
drink
could
to one
take off
person
our
to
orange
the other.
shirts and pass them to each other.
I'm gonna try and pass a drink to Mitch. Mitch, have you got a drink to receive?
I do, but I can't show it on screen. Let's how about an empty Makers on Tap cozy? There you go.
And then
Feel
who-
free to pass me
who
a coffee. Mine's in.
Pass it down to someone else or up to someone
Are we gonna have to
else.
like telling you guys to bring your own brown bags or something? Is that it?
Hey,
All right, guys.
I'm
I
drinking
got a-
energy drinks here, mister.
I got a
I got
cool
water.
Murph 2019 mug.
Yeah.
This
And
could
here
be a
you
rare
go, Mitch.
commodity. If we cancel any more of them, we can. This will be rare.
Don't kick me off the stream with it for my mug.
No, you're fine.
Sam's Magic First Layer. 10 millimeters a second, 0.4 millimeters thick, 130% width, 235 to 240 on the hot end, depending on the filament, and 66.6 on the bed, just for good luck. It works.
All right, guys.
It works really good.
I'm gonna pop off my video
God.
and I'm gonna bring in DasMia. She was on earlier on, and she has to come back.
I'm only
So-
gonna stick around so I can say hi to Das because I haven't seen Mia in forever.
Yeah, nope, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I'll
But then
take
I've gotta
myself
bail
out
too.
so it's not all mixed up with the video and everything else. So
Me
Is
amazing
Cat,
friend.
is Cat coming on too?
Cat should be. She might be sleeping, but like I said, it's very early for them. So let me do this and let me do this. She might be coming. Okay, here we go. We got Squeeze. We got
There she is.
Mia-chan.
Mia. We're waiting for our audio to connect.
Mia.
Morning.
Good
Morning.
Good morning.
Or good evening, or
Super
whatever
early for
time
you.
it is.
Well, it's after midnight here, so good morning.
Oh, I can do Hollywood Squares. This is awesome. All right, for 100 points.
We should totally do that one day. We do a
Oh,
holiday.
it would take some time to do it, but I definitely think, just for giggles, you would have to do it like, you would have to use the YouTube like layout, however it's on there, to name the squares and all that stuff. Oh,
Right,
definitely
right.
do that.
It's like a Rubik's Cube of people.
I think the only thing that would kind of make it hard is the timing. Don't you have to like buzz in or something?
Oh, yeah, but you could hear the audio. I mean, I could get the squares set up from the YouTube, right? But then get the audio from Zoom, so it's more, real time, I guess you could say.
Gotcha.
Or you guys could just hold.
Or we
them
could
side by
hold up
side.
signs.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that would be
guys,
so
that's
much
the-
fun.
He runs a game show every Friday night. And
That
he
would be
changes all
awesome.
the different game shows that he runs, and he does it all through Zoom and OBS and stuff like that.
Who does that?
A lot of work. Michael Daniels, he has a YouTube channel. Every Friday night he does it. It's pretty neat. That's why I first found him. So I was trying to figure out how to tie all this stuff together and did a Google search, and there's a guy doing game shows. So it was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, it does like password and stuff. And yeah, it works pretty good. He runs 5 monitors. Keep it all straight.
Oh man, a couple
I
video
miss-
cards to
I miss
drive
my
that.
6 monitors.
Yeah,
Back
I
when-
would like to have 5 monitors running. That would be sweet.
Well, back when I used to
think
stream
I could
on.
do that with my computer, actually.
I've got 4 going in it, and I always feel like I'm pushing my video.
Yeah, I used to stream on Twitch years ago, and I had 6 monitors going. And then I moved back here, and I bought a new desk. And the clamp apparently slipped in the middle of the night because I had them all on a
Ouch.
thing. So I heard this loud crash in the middle of the night. I got up, and my monitors were on the floor. And I picked them up, and every single one of them was broke, and each one was like a $300 monitor. I was so
Oh man, that's got to be like totally heartbreaking.
mad.
Don't cheap out on your mounts.
You
Yeah.
hear that?
Well, no, it was the mount was a good mount, but I had gotten a new desk, and something with the desks made it slippery, and it just didn't catch.
I was gonna say you just probably heard 1,000 gamers just scream no.
That's what I screamed when I saw it.
Yeah, but that's the
gotta
edited
be
version.
so heartbreaking.
I'm sure it's probably more like.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, I'm gonna hop off. Mia, I just wanted to say hi. It's been forever since we've chatted.
That's true.
It was like I include your sticker in my box, and then you just stop talking to me. I see how it is. No, I'm kidding.
That's not true. You know that.
I'm kidding. I have to give you a hard time. No, life gets busy. I know how it is. Anyways,
Josh, it's really great seeing you again.
yeah, good seeing you again, David, and can't wait to. I'm gonna go sign up for your Patreon so I can get access to that coding site because I mean, like I said, with me doing projects every month, it would be extremely beneficial.
Yeah, and let me know if you got any questions or if anybody who goes on there has any questions. You know, well, I like it. So I tried to make it so that it's user-friendly and it uses the standard Arduino IDE. So it's like if you're using specialized, code for a specific, sensor or whatever, it's not going to be weird or anything like that. So
well, there's some things like spoiler alert, guys. No, I won't spoiler. I'll talk to you privately about it.
I want to have a talk to you too, actually, later on.
Yeah, because my April UFO, it's Arduino based, but it doesn't use an Arduino. Anyways, so I'll talk to you about it afterwards. But thank you guys for having me. Thank you for the invite, Shane, and yeah, peace out, everybody.
Later, Josh. Have a good night, man.
Bye.
Have a good night, Josh. Thanks for stopping by.
Wait, where's the exit button? Oh, there it is. Wait, we got to do the check. Oh, and there's the stupid pop-up thing too. Well, let's try that.
See,
All right,
now
I'm
he's
taking off
premature.
too, gang. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll keep watching for a while yet until I fall asleep. Sorry.
Night.
Take it
Here,
easy, all.
Mike. Hey, Mike. Thanks for the orange shirt. So we had a topic for the last couple hours.
But for a second, I'm watching the wrong stream when I popped in. Everything was orange.
And he was like, I've only been gone for 8 hours. What the hell?
Yeah, what happened?
I'm sorry, I was asleep.
You didn't get
Can
the
you guys-
memo?
Can you guys remind me to take this off when everyone with orange shirts leaves? Because it's going to make no sense otherwise.
JAYTee, Cat's got one, at least. I don't know who else is coming up. But anyways. All right, take it easy, everybody. Have fun.
Bye, Mike.
Later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey,
All right. Hey, Shane, I'm going to bow out as well. So this way you can get more people in. Thanks, everybody, for having me. Great conversations. Shane, thank you again for getting this all together and your team. How about that? And your team.
Hey, it's a group effort. It's not just me. I'll tell you that.
Well, I
But
think
thank
this
you.
is something that is definitely needed, and love the idea.
Yeah, we'll just try to cut it down so I'm not up 24 hours. As makers on the guys in the actually it was Matt Stoltz was like, you did it to yourself. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like 1440. Like, yeah, he's like,
24 hours.
Exactly. And I'm like, son of a. I'm like, fine. The next adult drinking session will be the 180 makers. Okay. Mine alone.
Yeah, I had to explain it to my wife. I said, yeah, it's the 1440, and she's like, what's that about? And I'm like, it's 24 hours. She's like, oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, not if you have to actually do the 24 hours straight on camera.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, of course you are. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you again, and so I'll see you guys around.
Definitely. Thank you.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you, man. Take it easy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, then now I can take the orange shirt off.
Oh, yeah, because now I'm going to say, like, okay, fine, who's going to be the first one to do it? Where is... Hold on. No, I saw the Happy Extruder is in the chat. I'm like, all right, fess up. Who told you about the drive-by donating from before? He's just, like, not even paying attention, so...
Drive-by donut?
It was a joke, because last time, the very first 1440, I knew he was coming by, but he came by earlier than expected. And, I'm like, yeah, just open the door and come in. Well, his idea of, coming on in was in a deep voice going, don't shoot, I don't have a gun, while I was on stream. So I'm just like, oh yeah, hey guys, haha. And I hear that from behind me. I'm like, I look to this side, look to that side. And I just, duck for cover because I don't know what the hell is going on. And meanwhile, people are watching this show and they're like, is he alive? Do we have to call the police or something? And then I'm just like, I'm like, oh, it's okay, haha, whatever. It was like an instant animate GIF or whatever. And I'm just like, son of a, what the hell, man? I'm like, how did you guys even do this? It's not even 5 minutes ago, so it was like, funny. So yeah, so it's a joke with the Happy Extruder. So whenever I have a stream and he comes over, he's supposed to scare the crap out of me, and I duck for cover. It's great, especially when it's caught on camera, on a stream, recorded on the internet.
I heard a big crash up the road from my studio the other day. I heard this big crash while I was recording something, and it was like someone had dropped something off a forklift, and I was like, I was like, I just have a quick sticky beak, and all good, nothing happened.
Yeah, so far I haven't had bad luck with streams, like with bad weird things happening. I've had weird things happen, but nothing too bad.
I was doing something the other day and I started hearing police siren. And I was like, oh, what the hell's that? So I go out the back and I look and nothing, what the hell? And then I walk back inside and there's bloody Paw Patrol on TV and sirens going off. Drive me crazy. Speaking of which, can you hear my TV?
No.
No noise?
No feedback or nothing, no.
Excellent. I'm trying out that new NVIDIA RTX voice thing. So
You're the fourth person who's doing that. I'm like, great. So I'm the official test bed of that because you're the third or fourth person who's been on this stream. So like, hey, can you hear the background noise? Because I got, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, so Joel said that too, didn't he?
Yeah, Joel. It was one of the guys from Makers on Tap, Wellbot. And was there someone else? I think there was someone else.
Surprised me because
I'm a generation too old on NVIDIA stuff, so I can't do it.
Well, I'm on a 1080.
1080
Ti. So
Does it
I
work?
used a little hack to get it to work.
Oh, okay. There's a hack.
Yeah, just all you got to do is delete like one paragraph in the code, and that's it, and it just installs fine. But yeah, I've had people sort of say that they can hear my TV in the background before when I stream, so this was a perfect test, and that's awesome to know.
Cool. So the TV is actually on, and you can hear it easily, but we can't.
Yep.
Nice. Cool.
Like I could probably bang on the desk. Can you hear any banging?
No.
A little bit. Well, no.
Like tapping.
There you go. It's working
And
beautifully.
how the hell does it know to make your voice work? Well, what happens if you go to make a funny noise out of your mouth and it just doesn't know that it was you?
I think it's using machine learning. Like it knows, it recognizes voices.
It uses AI to kind of train itself.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I mean, it's doing it all on the chip, I would imagine, on the processing cores, which, I mean, if you're trying to do something intensive and use it, I would imagine it might shut down a few cores. I'm not sure how that works.
Can you use them in everyday life, like for selective hearing? Toilet paper and put it in there.
They could make noise canceling headphones that do the same thing if they get enough processing power.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
A good one for Paul to use on our streams, Mia. Might filter out his bloody noisy ass keyboard.
Yes.
So,
You always hear tack, 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 tack.
so now I want to make these headphones that have like a giant graphics card like stuck onto the side of it.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey, David, you said when you're doing coding before, what language have you been coding in?
So the one that I built as far as my Arduino thing was I was actually writing JavaScript that would actually write C code. That
okay.
C++ variant that Arduino uses.
Right.
Of it. So it was this really weird thing to get done, but it works. So, and you can do really nice things where you can, combine a whole bunch of sensors like, buttons and LEDs and servos, and then go, oh, I don't want to use the word delay in any of this Arduino code, which is, I don't know why the defaults do not have default code that avoids the dreaded delay cycles in it, but that's one of the things I dealt with is I needed a lot of my stuff for robotics needed code that didn't use the word delay in any of it. So
cool. Yeah, I think I used C for my cuckoo clock, and I've recently been learning JavaScript to make my Discord bot.
Cool.
But yeah, I didn't know that you could do Java that turns into C. That'd be interesting.
Well, it's basically just string manipulation. That's all it really is. It's not using anything, super fancy. It's just if it sees, if I input this here, write this text block, and then there's a neat thing inside JavaScript where it can take a keyword and then generate something based on that keyword, actually run a function. So you actually inline run functions based on the text script. So it treats that little set of text as a function itself.
Sounds interesting. Yeah, I had to teach myself C to do the ESP coding. So I'd only learned C++ prior to that. So seems like every project I take on, I got to learn another language.
I copied and pasted some HTML the other day. I thought I was a genius.
I haven't done HTML for a bloody long time either.
It's the first time I'd ever played with anything other than G code. So
Yeah, it's good to learn. Like once you kind of know the kind of basics of HTML, you can really do quite a lot with it.
yeah, it seems cool. I love the idea of learning all the code stuff, but geez, it's mind-boggling, and I'm taking it on bit by bit what I need for the projects that I do. But it would be it'd be so cool to know it. But I'm just like, how much like time does a person have to learn new stuff?
Yeah, that's why this one's been taking me a while for the Discord bot, because not only have I got to teach myself JavaScript, I've also got to learn the Discord API and also figure out how I can integrate it with a host that I don't have yet, but make it work locally in the meantime. So it's kind of like this weird web weaving kind of art.
So when you're saying a Discord bot, you're not talking about a physical robot. You're talking about just a bot, like an online bot that answers questions and stuff for people, or?
Yeah, so it'll sit in the channel, and like if you type a message or something, you'll get like experience points, and then when you get certain number of experience points, you'll level up, and then when you get to a certain level, you might get like a special privilege or
cool.
Some kind of fancy.
So you sort of talk to the bot before you get to talk to you.
Well, no.
Train it up so that by the time people are talking to you, they at least know a certain amount of stuff.
Yeah, I do kind of have it programmed to also have like help commands. So if
cool.
somebody wants to, if there's a particularly often asked question or something, you might be able to say to the bot, bot, what's this? And it could just blurt out, a standard paragraph of text.
Yeah, so it could be a link to a video or something like that, that video is going to answer their question, and the bot just tells them to watch that video.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
and
cool.
Also have it so that people can like assign themselves roles based on the software they use. So if you use 3D Studio Max and Fusion, you can sort of assign yourself a role that will mark you as a 3D Studio Max or Fusion user.
Yes.
So that way, if people have a question to ask, they can just tag people with those roles, so they'll get notifications. So yeah,
I wish there was a way to do that with like Google searches, as far as like, if I'm doing a search specifically on JavaScript, or I'm doing it specifically on Fusion 360, to like almost just tick that box. So it's like, I just put in my question. I don't have to put in the scope in addition to the question.
Yeah. There are some ways that you can do that with the advanced search stuff. There's a bunch of functions that they don't really tell you about, where you can sort of filter out certain things, but it's kind of complex and doesn't always work the way you'd want, because if you sort of say, I want to filter out this particular term, if someone has a video that doesn't suit what you want, but actually mentions that term, it can pop up in the results or not pop up in the results. So kind of annoying at times.
Kind of just do what you don't want it to. Like when you're trying to show someone a picture on your phone, and you show them the picture, and it goes so that it's a little slit across the phone, and then you turn your phone, and then it like rotates the wrong way, so it's still wrong. And you're like,
make bigger. Just make bigger.
Why can't it just be full screen? I know which orientation I want to show it on. I'm fine. It's a phone. It's not a flat screen TV that I've got to take off the wall and like.
I've had that problem with some apps on my phone. Like you got a widescreen or something, and you want it vertical, so you switch your phone, and it just gives you a squashed widescreen on your vertical.
Get it right. Fill the screen. I'll deal with the rest.
Yeah.
That's why I hate phones. All I use mine for is calls and SMS. It's just such an old piece of garbage.
Hey, I wanted to ask, so do you and Mia do a show together, do you guys?
Yeah, we have a random, I guess, weekend stream where Kat and Paul and Mia and sometimes Pokon and a couple of other guys from Netherlands and now we've got an American guy in there as well. We'll just jump on and chat for a couple of hours.
Cool.
It's
Oh,
not
good
me.
stuff. It's not Shane.
No, that wasn't. I just got down. I'm like, oh, flip everything on. You're like some American guy. I'm like, nope.
Well, you can comment if you like.
I said that.
Yeah.
'cause
Do
I
you ever
can't
hear
remember
it?
his name at the moment.
For those of you you have a dog and he hears a strange sound, he does one of these. His head. That would be me the entire thing. I'd be like, no. No, I had to go make some coffee, and the shirt change gave me an idea for a few upcoming things. So,
Speaking of coffee, I might have to go make one.
Yeah, I sort of wanted to use my loud mouth to...
Sorry. Okay. Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm back.
I'm
What
back.
happened then?
I have no idea what happened.
I thought, did I say something wrong?
You said the dangerous code word.
Did everyone drop then, or was it just me?
It was just.
I think
I dropped.
everybody.
Yeah, Zoom crashed on me or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I. Are we still on?
Shane pressed the wrong button.
YouTube.
I didn't touch
Stop.
anything. Wait. Did YouTube stop or no?
Yeah,
YouTube's good now. Yeah.
YouTube's good now. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wave my hands in a funny way so that it's
No.
recognizable on the
Because also I'm
screen.
talking and everyone's face is frozen. I'm like,
Yeah.
Me too.
And I'm like, did I just curse?
Yeah,
or like,
yeah,
just
YouTube is frozen.
ruin everything?
YouTube is frozen. I mean, at least my instance of it is.
Mine is too.
I know, it's going.
Is that the first time in 24 hours it's broken?
No, I'm just. It's that. I'm recording this as well. So far, it's still recording.
Yeah, so it should continue. Or
So we
else-
shouldn't say anything inappropriate at the moment in case it goes live.
Oh, I see what dual monitor mode it is. Okay. It's like a full screen version of whoever's talking.
All right, let's see if we can get back onto YouTube.
I'm
No,
gonna
I
just,
just
Okay.
I loaded up YouTube just then, and it was streaming for me.
Hey
Okay,
Shane,
I'm
what
gonna
you have like a piece of food for the last hour or two on your plate.
What is it with? Okay, you know what?
Are you gonna eat it?
I'm gonna eat that if you don't.
Jesus. Apparently, it's all the talk.
What is it?
It's pizza.
There's back.
Yes, I'm going to eat it. I will eat it later.
What kind of pizza? So like a frozen pizza?
So excuse my
Hold on,
bullhead.
hold on. Just let me make sure this is all set up because then I'm going to go and change my underwear. So again, okay, haha, the pizza again. They can sit there and see it.
They're confirming in chat that it's back. So, and it did load for me when I loaded YouTube just after the crash.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing now and it appears to be good, but now I can't get rid of the damn chat from in front of it. So there we go. Right, go away, chat. I don't want you. I've got a copy of you somewhere else.
Well, I'll be back. I'm just going to go and make myself a coffee. Slowly but surely.
All right, so as far as the food, it's pizza that I made 5-ish, 6-ish hours ago, and it's there for when I have I want my late night snack. And the funny thing is, because like it's been brought up multiple times, like, what is that chicken behind you? No, it's just
Yeah, everyone thinks it's chicken.
It's not
So
chicken.
I've had 3 votes for chicken so far.
I can confirm that you could just leave pizza out for 24 hours and then eat it and not die.
It's not been 24 hours.
Not down here, you can't.
Nothing like having a massive panic attack on the stream. Hold on. All right, so we're still recording. Please still be recording.
I'm not just like randomly texting people. I'm literally trying to make the chat go away so I can look at the YouTube on my phone while I want to see myself. I want to.
What's that orange chain? Are you trying to blend in with the orange?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what. See, I knew if people lost the shirt, so I'd be feeling weird now. I told you guys to remind me when all the orange shirts go, but there's still 2 here, so I should keep it a little bit longer. Where's JT? What's he doing? Is he hiding out behind the scenes, or?
He's coming later, I think.
Okay, I thought he was going to be on it too. It's all good. I'm happy. I've had my hour of fame, so I'm happy to go whenever everyone needs me to. But I'm also happy to keep on talking.
I've been organizing these drawers because I just got a bunch of Lego pieces that I'm trying to organize again.
Nice.
So, I've gotten really into Lego stuff. Like 3D printing, I guess, got boring. I don't know, but it never got boring. But I think that's interesting. Is Lego stuff like it's Lego stuff all works together, and you don't need, or it doesn't require tools or finishing. It's already like ready to go, and so you can kind of prototype with Lego pieces to get a concept, and then like build it into something 3D printed. I don't know. I just wouldn't 3D print Lego compatible stuff. I don't think that works as well. Because Lego stuff is injection molded. They got really tight tolerances, but trying to 3D print Lego pieces.
Horizontal expansion is your best friend.
Yep.
It works great if you know how. That's true.
Yeah.
I designed several pieces which are really fitting good on Lego. So it works, but you need to tweak it a little bit, and you need to know your printer very, very well.
Yeah.
But you can make those final adjustments in your slicer with the horizontal expansion and just add or subtract a little tiny amount. And that'll, unless you're printing your peg sideways with your knobbly bits sticking out sideways, if they're the right way up, the horizontal expansion will make the holes bigger or smaller. So
I also found just putting in the slots like a flathead screw works really great as far as making it adjustable, as far as like having the tolerances not quite right on.
Yeah, right, like a little snap fitting kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also like I haven't really messed with it, but I've only done miniatures. But on the Moai, I haven't like calibrated it dimensionally. I know resin can warp and isn't perfectly dimensionally accurate depending on your orientation. So I've been I was just wondering about that because most of the stuff I've done has just been artistic stuff that didn't matter.
Yeah.
With resin, it's a complete other thing. You also have differences from exposure, and the resins are different. It's very, very hard to calculate if you're printing Lego stuff with resin.
Yeah.
Might be okay for parts to have to fit to each other, but to fit them onto the Lego itself might be another next level.
Yes. I prefer FDM for that.
Yeah, I probably will too, but you get some cool properties of resin.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you're doing what Shorey was saying with the tolerance thing and being a little bit tweakable, like having a bit of flex, that would make a big difference too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his coffee.
Cheers.
Yeah. I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. Shane, thank you again for having me on.
It's been a pleasure, sir. Thank you very much for coming on.
Good night.
Pleasure seeing you,
David. Yeah, great seeing everyone. Take care. Have a great night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Fabric master himself.
Yes. Absolutely.
One of these days, I'm gonna.
If you got somebody lined up, I'm gonna leave too. So.
If
JT
anything,
will be
the next
along
group will be around.
soon.
I don't know. I have to check.
Like a few minutes.
Yeah, JT said he'll be about 9 minutes away. I think he said 3 our time. He'd come
Okay,
on, so.
I'll wait for him to come on then.
Pardon me.
Get some
So
radio
when
science.
I asked about the show that Mia and Welbot do together, I got cut out when we're all about to talk. So what do you guys do exactly in the show?
We don't know, to be honest.
It's completely unscripted. We just chat about what we've been doing and random stuff that we've seen in the community. And
Yeah, cool. I'll have to get involved and jump in the chat. And I'm pretty sure I met you, Welbot, through the JT and the other guy, the JTOG chat. Is that where I've seen you around, Mia, or would I?
I've been on the JTalk a while ago because it's always when I'm at work most
Okay.
of the time. So the stream we're doing is pretty random, so I really can't tell you when we do the next one, but I can put you in our Twitter group. So
yeah, cool.
you
Yeah,
can see
just
when the next
joined
one
Twitter,
is.
so yeah, I joined today because it seems like this is a hole in my life called where Twitter's supposed to be.
yeah, usually that stream happens either Saturday, but generally Sunday morning, usually around 6 our time. So
yeah, cool, sweet. I'll get involved in that. That'd be cool.
I love that. And bring that mug. I had to smile so much because on the mug there was like on layer height 66.6, and that's exactly where my printer crashed last time. It was so funny. All of a sudden, I was raising the layer height. All of a sudden, it was showing me some tongues and stuff. So random bits and I don't know. And all of a sudden it switched back to normal and it showed me layer height 66.6, and I was like, do I need an exorcist or something for you?
You weren't printing some pre-configured G-code like a temp tower or something, were you?
No, I was printing face
That would be
shields.
hilarious. Oh, okay, but
True.
was it somebody's pre-configured G-code?
No,
They
it
might
was
have just
mine.
been-
It was my
Okay,
own,
that's
and it was
not
working.
someone messing with you then.
It was working, but all of a sudden it just crashed. And well, maybe I guess the printer was on too long in a row.
Possessed. It's just possessed. You can say it.
Shh.
yeah.
I don't want him to hear it. He's standing right next to me.
You told me not to tell anyone.
You speak to the devil when your black cat shows up.
Maybe I picked the right shirt for today.
Necronicon. Does it say Necronicon?
Yes, it is.
Necromicon.
I approve.
Very appropriate, Mia. Great little children's book.
Yes, you have to learn to read for that book, so it's very, very important.
Oh dear. Wish I had a shirt like that. It's very cool.
Yeah, I was really wishing I had a cool shirt. Like I do have a cool shirt, but I wish I had something kind of nerdy and cool, and not just cool. I have to make one. I have to make my own. So anyway, you want
That's the
something
best.
done properly, you got to do it yourself.
That's true.
Cool.
So what's Cathy been up to lately? You been printing anything?
Well, at the start of the outbreak, I made these little badges
Ah, cool.
That's so
What does it
great.
say?
that I was giving out to people.
What does it say
And
on
You
it?
want to show it again?
Oh,
is
Don't panic.
Don't panic. So I've got a few other ones. Well, I think I might have left them at work. And then I found this model. A guy made a tic-tac game, and so I just took his model and put pins on the back. So they were so cute. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cute.
yeah.
Googly eyes for the win.
Yes.
I was watching Ivan's new tank video the other day. It's like, that's great, but it needs googly eyes. It's just not the same.
Get some of Devon from Make Anything's giant googly eyes. Make giant ones.
Yeah,
I'm just impressed with how many tanks he can just store. Like he's just gonna run out of the room. He has a big factory thing, but eventually you're gonna run out of room for all those tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Imagine how he would have gone in his old workshop. He wouldn't
I
even
know.
fit that tank in there.
That's awesome.
Cute.
Oh, that's
cool.
cool, Cathy.
That's Clockfin 3D. He has some awesome models. If you get onto his Patreon, he's got fantastic models.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is that like a variant of his dumpster one?
Yeah,
So-
different iteration of this one.
No, yeah. Cool.
That's cool.
And he's got this.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
fancy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
probably going to get into doing more kind of mechanical kind of stuff like that one day when I get a
Or,
filament
or if
printer
you
and I can actually print
if you
them
like
myself.
building things, he has quite a few of the,
Corona!
yes. He has quite a few of these different models where you can print out all the parts and make a different shape.
They look like the poly panels from Make Anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
similar.
they do a bit, eh?
Do they snap together, those parts, or are they stuck together with glue or something?
They're bolted
like
together.
Ah,
These-
cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, I like doing my
Wow,
models
that is
And
that's
then-
very cool.
stick together.
And little brackets in the background. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so depending on the model, he has different corner brackets to screw
So that
the
wasn't
parts
actually
onto.
meant to be Corona. I thought it was.
Oh,
It is, but it isn't.
that's his model. I printed it like that because I thought it looked like coronavirus.
Yeah.
So that's why I chose those colours.
Funny.
I've been thinking I want to make, and I will. It's not one of them things I'm gonna do, but won't. It's one of the things I'm gonna do that I will. Is to make a face shield that's got the crowny bit of the Corona around the top bit there, so that you don't feel like such a knob wearing it around. Somehow, I feel like deliberately looking like a knob makes you look less like one, or at least, like. I feel really weird wearing a face shield to the shops because not everyone is yet, and I'm like, you will be, but.
Nah, I'm not. I'm just trying to keep it as normal as possible.
Yeah, I'm thinking I just want to wear something stupid that still does the job.
I saw Joe, 3D printing professor. He was doing like face shields, but he had like little ears that
Yeah.
stuck on, like little cat's ears.
Yeah. I think
Really cute.
it'd be fun to do something like that. Like even just with the Prusa style shield wherever I put mine. I don't know where I had one here a moment ago, but yeah, just have the little crowny thing. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, I'm going to shut myself up for just a second and charge my phone. So give me a.
Cool. Now,
The other thing I'm working on at the moment is we've got an investment property and it's got a gate with posts on it that's got nowhere to hold the chain to keep the gate locked. So I'm making this prototype to attach to the gate so that it'll have a place for the chain to hang over.
Nice.
Otherwise, if you've got a chain to hold the gate and nothing to hang the chain on, the chain will just be on the ground and the tenants won't use it. So
I watched a
That's
video
my-
of Naomi.
You're printing for the
She
win.
did something. She did something with a gate opening thing as well.
yeah, but that's Tinkercad. I still haven't taught myself Fusion
If it
360 yet.
I still use
We'll
Tinkercad
come
just
to
because
that.
it's faster. Sometimes it's just faster.
Tinkercad just it is bad with circles, but it's a really, really good program, and you can do lots of amazing stuff. It just takes time, and well, sometimes if you're doing too much on one project, it just gives up. It happened to me several times, but you can do really, really great stuff with Tinkercad. It's a good program. Nothing to say against that.
JAYTEE's got a video on how to make a much smoother circle in
Yes,
Tinkercad.
I've seen that. My English is so bad, so early.
Yeah, well, that's
Forgot
one.
how to speak.
Don't worry, mine's horrible.
Yeah.
No matter what time of the day.
Yeah, that's because you're from the Northeast.
I was. All right, it is 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have another 9 fun-filled, action-packed. What the hell did I sign up for? Hours to go. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom in on that.
Sure, there you go.
Whoa.
Is that all printed with one dual?
Yeah, that's a dual extruder. That's off a T-Rex 2 Plus.
Wow.
That's pretty clean.
That's with no prime tower or anything. The support was a bit of a bugger to rip off because it was just in amongst those
How'd
legs.
you do a wipe, or is it dual?
It's a IDEX, so independent dual
okay.
extruders. So hang on.
But you still have buckets that you have to wipe, right?
Well, it doesn't extrude anything while it's doing that wipe, so there's not really any. Like at one stage, I set it up to squirt a bit of plastic out while it was paused, but I found I didn't need to. The main thing is it's just not the nozzle's not hovering over the print while it's doing its thing. Look, it's not perfect. You know, there is a few little tiny, if it'll focus on them, there's a few little tiny little spots out of place. But the other little hack I do is, and I'll just be an extruder for a second. I'll be a T-Rex.
You look like a T-Rex.
So I know. So I've got the 2 extruders. One of them's printing. The other one's parked in this little bay, printing away. Now, when that parked, with the stock setup, it used to then go and park this one directly where the last one was, and then go and, you know, like if there was any temperature waiting, I just saw myself on YouTube. I look like an idiot. If there's any waiting for the temperature to heat up while the PID tune's fluctuating a bit, it sits there and oozes on the wrong color. And then goes and continues to print. So I changed its behavior I went into Cura, into the extruder swap start and NG code, and I put in a bit of code that makes it go to the center of the bed and back a little bit from the center instead of the last place that it was at. So I can kind of position my model around knowing where that point is, and if there's no way to make it work, I'd go into the settings and move the point to a different spot. But generally speaking, I'll position it so that that's in a part of the model that's not going to wipe on anything. So with a lot of things, I'll put it in the center, like with my dual color. I haven't got one that I can reach at the moment while I'm attached to my headphone. Oh yeah, I do. Sorry, picking things up, putting them down. I don't want to snap my cord off. So like when I was doing this one here, you can actually see there's a few little blue boogies on the back of the head there where it kind of wiped it, but it was the rest of the whole teeth and everything's quite clean because there's no, it's always come from behind and gone forwards to the blue. So anything that was going to wipe off is all wiped off inside where you don't see it. So it's just a case of planning where the ugly bit's going to be a little bit. I'm just going to put that down there.
So was that B model a variant of Tessa's or Sparky Face 5's B?
I can't remember whose, honestly. I should look it up. I haven't re-uploaded it, but it was a remake of AB of somebody else that did 99.999% of the hard work of this model, which is all I've done is separated the colors. I think I separated the colors. I do it that often. I can't even remember if I did it for this specific model, but I highlighted all. I'm pretty sure I did, and then I put the text on there that says Ashes Angels. It's a job for somebody else. So I've got a daughter called Ashy, and this is for Asher.
Oops.
So yeah, I've got one more cool dual color model to show off that it's a bit of a masterpiece.
That's my bee.
Ooh.
Oh, show us that. Oh, we'll look at Welbot's bee. Can we
Zoom in on
Hold on,
Welbot
hold
'cause
on,
it's
hold on.
tiny.
It's actually Tessa's Sparky Face 5's bee.
It's looking like
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
I flipped the antennas upside down. It might well be. Hey, it could well be her bee. I
Agree.
will. It does look very similar, and I did flip the antennas upside down. I reckon it's the same bee, man. Is there a rough bit of texture on like the body part where the wings come out of? Is it rough?
Yeah.
Yep. I reckon it is. I'd sort of rearranged the legs and stuff. I should upload that to YouTube, but I sort of thought it was a weird thing to upload with someone's name on it. It was like, what? Is anyone going to need it? I don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's definitely.
She's from Western Australia.
Ah,
So-
cool. Oh, I'll have to reach out and I will. I'll upload it. And I hate it when I've been Slack on Thingiverse and get caught out, and it's like someone cool.
Yeah, I printed that one on my printer, and I think it took about like 7 minutes or something.
Yeah, that's cool. Is that on a resin or?
Yeah, it was resin.
Yeah, cool. And did you? Yeah, the antenna go sort of down like that, don't they? Kind of up and then down.
Yeah.
And I flipped them upside down and made them so that they printed with no support.
Yeah, they
did a
up
little,
and then arc over a tiny little bit.
Yeah. I wanted to show off my frog.
1 second.
Ooh, very colourful. So hi JT.
G'day,
Hi,
Welbot.
JT.
Hey, Sam.
Hi,
Kathy.
Yeah, I snuck him in.
Hi, JT.
I'll give the
Yeah,
proper
so-
intro.
So that's a rainbow filament and a purple filament just combined. They're both silk ones. And
Poisonous frog.
oh, it looks toxic. But it also reminds me of the Cadbury Willy Wonka chocolate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's come out really nice. I'm like, that's one of my favourite prints I reckon that I've ever done.
It
is my frog design, kind of. I pinched the Yahoo frog, which has got really skinny arms and legs and wants to snap off and wasn't very robust. And so if you look at that, it's a very different frog than the original. But I still, nearly everything I do is a remix. I don't do anything original.
It also almost makes me want to get my palette too working, but it's still in the box.
Okay.
So bad.
Yeah, get it happen.
So I snuck JT in.
Speaking of boxes,
Speaking of what?
Burn.
I'll tell you the story in a moment, Shane. Keep going with your intro.
No, but I just want to introduce
That's what it
JT
means.
to all the streamer, all the viewers who are watching. JT, a fellow Australian, who does a joint show, I guess you would call it, with Ivan.
Yes, correct.
Yep, thank
and
you.
He does send his regards.
Yep,
I've just been chatting with him.
And JT also does a lot of behind the scenes help with me with the 1440 streams. And if you guys think it's really good and everything else, he also deserves the credit for that as well. Him and Chris Russell. So
and Chris will be on in an hour or so.
Yep.
Yeah.
He will. He better be.
Thanks, JT. JT brought me along.
Yes. Well, welcome to everyone, Sam, and welcome to Twitter as well. Sam's now on Twitter
I'm
due
on
to
Twitter.
my
It's
pushing.
his fault. Everyone who's on Twitter,
I
blame.
was quite surprised when you
Blame.
tweeted at me, and I was like, "Didn't you just say that you didn't have Twitter?"
I was like, I guess I have to now.
He DMs me on Facebook, and I hate Facebook so badly that
I
the
didn't
only
get
time.
that vibe.
No, you didn't get that vibe. Yeah. All those Twitter hints weren't sinking in.
Yeah, I did it. I was like, oh no. Okay.
Anyway, great to be here. Thank you, Shane, for organising once again and bringing everyone together.
Thank you for your help with getting everything sorted.
No worries. Why has Sam got focus? Tell me that. Or is it
wait,
just lucky Sam?
It's
No.
lucky Sam. I just keep muting myself.
let me
Like,
try this.
how
Let me
many
try-
times
hold
have I
on.
muted myself so that I don't just blab?
I actually don't know what the stream's doing. I'll have a look.
It should be
Oh
on
yeah,
gallery view.
We're on Brady Bunch mode.
Yep.
I'm in gallery mode. I'm looking in gallery mode.
Yeah,
I'm going to mute myself for a while so I don't talk, all right? Just if I
Is that going
flap my mouth and there's no sound coming out, just wave at me or something.
And there's also one other person waiting in the wings.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out then.
Hello,
So
mysterious person.
yeah, at least some room for you.
Okay.
JT's more interesting anyway.
Why? I'm not more interesting.
I wanted to hear more about your projects, Mitch.
Oh, do you want? Basically, just getting the Moai. I've been printing some miniatures for friends, D&D miniatures, from Hero Forge that they bought. So Hero Forge is a cool website if you haven't used it yet. Yeah, just it's been working great. I've been using the clear Ceratech that the poly resin that came with it, and I haven't had any problems. It's just, I mean, the Zura 3D is kind of wonky, but I'm getting used to it. Yeah. Just stuff for work, and I printed face shields. Like, I kind of stopped doing that though. I mean, I don't know. I think we're I think we have enough people doing it, but always willing to help out. And then the Lego stuff. I've got into Lego GBC, which is a great ball contraption. If you've ever seen it on YouTube, it's essentially you build these modules out of Lego Technic that take Lego soccer balls and basketballs from one end and transport them to the other. And they at the Lego events they have huge rings of these, circuits of these, where all these people bring their modules and they all work together. They like transport balls around, and they do it in different ways. Some use Lego Mindstorm. Some people use different types of like oddball Lego pieces that are rare. And then I just downloaded. There's actually a Lego CAD. There's a couple different Lego CAD packages out there, and so people share their designs. And then using bricklink.com, you can order Lego pieces from different parts of the world, and that's what I've been doing. So
yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's interesting. Ben with him in chat just asked, how many printers is too many, and when do you know you have a problem?
One printer. After the first printer, that's when you have the problem.
One FDM printer and one SLA printer, and then you're good. That's what I'm doing.
I'm having deja vu. This is like that cat question about the crazy cat people. It's like, how many printers do you have before you're a crazy printer person?
Actually, two FDM printers so that you can fix the other one while one's printing.
And then you're crazy.
or you just spend money on one that actually works well, and you upkeep it.
Redundancy is always a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, not that expensive printers can't break, but
happy with two resin, two FDM.
That's good. That's a good amount.
Mind you, one of each would be nice.
I just want to have them being busy all the time. I reckon it's as many as you can keep printing. Like sometimes I've got all of mine going, and other times it's like all these empty print beds doing nothing, and I'm like, get something on the printer, make some money.
Yeah, it's stuff like resin. You gotta like kind of plan it out because there's still post processing and stuff. Like FDM is a little bit less maintenance, so you can generally leave it sitting for days and not do anything.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a resin print dripping away, drip drying in my print for the last 4 or 5 days now.
Yeah, and I've left stuff on there too, and I think it's
surprisingly
okay.
good. Yeah, it seemed alright.
Yeah,
I've got mine in a dark room though. There's no sunlight goes in there at all. It's only artificial light, so it's pretty safe.
But I mean, I use the FDM printer more, obviously. So the Artemis. I have a Delta big CME CNC Artemis, which is like the biggest thing in the room. And but I mean, it's been 2 years or so. I've only had to do a few little mods to it to like fix it, but I mean, it's been super solid. So I'm a proponent of buying one good big printer that will last you a long time versus buying a bunch
tricky one though,
of Chinese printers.
A good big printer, I think people often make the mistake of thinking that they've spent a lot of money on this big printer, so therefore it's also going to be good and big.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, hang on a second. They've just made a printer that's massive, and it costs a buttload to ship the thing. And you still actually got to expect similar problems to what you would get with a cheap small printer, because you're only paying for the bigness.
Yeah.
You know, if you bought a printer that was small and also as expensive as the big one, then you sort of would expect it to just work every time. But you know, like the T-Rex in the corner there, that's a large printer. That's like 400 by 400 by 700. And that was my first printer, and I had a few problems with it. It wasn't perfect. There was a few things that went wrong, but I got free parts from the seller, so I was like, sweet, you know, it's all right as long as they're still sending me parts. And they taught me a lot about what I was doing. I didn't know what a lot of the things that I was doing wrong were my fault. So I was lucky. I sort of, you know, learnt on one of the hardest machines there was. So when I got on other printers, I was like, oh, this is all easy. Single extruder, no. You know, no like big fails with big prints. And that's the other thing. I think, you know, you get a big printer and you want to print big things, and you have big failures, and it's big disappointment. You know, it's
big time, big nozzle, big disappointment. Love it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've actually kind of learned that I mean, sometimes I just have to use rafts for small stuff, and that's just it works fine. Like it's a crutch, but it works. Like.
Yeah.
Sometimes small stuff just doesn't stick.
I agree. Yeah, sometimes the little things I've conceded and used a raft. And even one big print that had lots of little starts before it got going. Like there was lots of little tiny circles that was printing on the bed, and I just gave up because they would get through 20 or 30 little circles, and then one of them would peel, and you're like, ah!
Yeah.
Hey, Cat.
Hey, Cat's here.
Hi, Cat.
Speaking of resin printing.
Good morning.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a bit the same when it comes to switching. Like when I do eventually get to FDM land, or even if I get another like resin printer, I'm kind of, as much as my printer is probably considered insanely complex to most people, it's dead easy. And like, I think I'm going to have the hardest time switching to FDM or other SLA printers, because it's just going to be like, what the hell am I doing? There's so many options, and oh my god.
Yeah.
I've been spoiled by.
Yeah.
I guess that's the same if anybody started off with a let's say a name brand printer, let's say a Prusa or something, and then they get a kit of some other one because it's really cheap and they want to just dick around. They may find there's a level of disappointment, but that's half the fun too. You know, is getting
disappointed.
Well, disappointing is not fun, but building is learning a skill set. You know.
Yeah, I started with a MakerBot cupcake, and so everything is an upgrade. You know, everything's an improvement, right? So, I mean, doing this for 9 years, I'm like, man, it's so nice. You can buy a hot end that works and doesn't leak or, jam. You can buy an extruder that works and doesn't jam. Like, buying parts that are. I mean, you don't have to wrap your own nichrome wire around a brass hot end anymore. So, I mean, the technology is so good that even the Chinese knockoff extruders are still better than what they used to be 10 years ago. So
I remember when.
Yeah,
when I was
I know.
your age,
back in my day, even though I'm the youngest one here now.
we didn't have things like reliable printers and hardens.
I feel like
kids these days don't understand.
I mean, it's kind of funny, some of the stuff that people, we started with like, using pull chain from a fan pull chain with this ball chain. That's how they did chain drive on the original rep wraps. Like,
wow.
And like extruders were, I don't know, like it's just, if you ever go back and look at the original rip wraps, it's just it's insane. Throw some over the internet. Yeah.
I feel like I walked in when dinner was finished cooking. The printers are now cheap. They're easy to use, relatively easy to use, and it's like, the 4 or 5 years ago, buying a 3D printer, was so much more expensive than it is now. And you know, it's like that's when I first learned 3D printing was like 2016 or so.
It's probably even harder for Australia
tiny
too.
Printer was
Yeah.
Tiny printer was a big price tag, you know, and I wanted one so badly. Like I did this week of workshops, and I learnt Tinkercad, and I didn't really learn much about slicing, but I saw enough of it to get the gist. And I was then teaching Tinkercad to teachers from schools and other students at schools, and it was really cool. Like did all that, and then nothing for years because I just couldn't afford it. And then I swallowed a black plastic drinking straw by accident, and that kind of that kind of messed me up for quite a while. I still carry it to this day, but that's beside the point. The doctors kind of broke my bum, and I was on the couch for I think 4 months. I couldn't get off the couch, and I watched Maker's Muse and Make Anything and a few other channels and 3D printing nerd for like 4 months straight, where I couldn't get off ice packs and the couch. And so I then bought a T-Rex printer. I think I like pestered Joel Telling to finish his review about the T-Rex 2 Plus, and he never did. And then I think I like offered that if I bought one, Angus could review it, and he never got back. Well, he did get back to me, but like he couldn't do it. He was busy. Like I didn't realize how busy YouTubers were at that stage because I wasn't a watcher of YouTube stuff at the time. And anyway, I just fell into this maker community, and it was right up my alley. I've always been an artist, and liked helping people and loved the open source sort of vibe, and I just fell in love with the community and just been weaseling my way in ever since.
Right up here.
That's how we all got there. Going to conventions really helped if you can never afford it or be able to.
Oh, I'd love
that's
to.
That's the only way I know these people. Some of these people.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, mate Jesse offered to pay for part of a trip over there if I ever want to go, but then the Murph got cancelled, so it's like
that sucks.
Yeah, not going to happen.
One of these days, I'm going to.
One of these days, JT, we should go over together.
I'd rather go.
I had tickets this year.
I'd rather go to Australia if you guys do a rep route.
Well, there is a conversation going on.
Okay.
There's myself, Leo Cattle, Paul Arden. We're the three guys. So just talking about it generally. There may be a venue already. But cool. Corona has screwed everything for everybody.
What city?
Melbourne, mate.
Melbourne. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I can make that work.
Do they have?
I was thinking it'd be somewhere like either Melbourne or Newcastle or somewhere like that.
Yeah, I'm sure Angus can be convinced to come down.
Yep.
Do they have maker fairs over there?
No. Oh, we did. We had a mini maker fair December at one of the universities. Monash Mini Maker Fair was in December, and that was actually not bad. Leo Cattle and myself went to that. There was a video I posted once. It was an actual tank, like a 10th scale or something tank that some guy had built. Leopard tank. It was insane. It was really good. There were a lot of student type things like what's the machine where you Rube Goldberg.
Rube Goldberg, yeah.
That's it. Lots of those. Lots of fails too. Cardboard tubes and egg containers and stuff like that, and ping pong balls and marbles. But yeah, so we don't have the traditional maker fair. In terms of the scales that the US has, of course. But yeah, I'd like to see more things around our little country, and that's the problem. We're as big as the US, and we got a tenth of the population.
I reckon we should bolt onto a Psytrance festival.
You think?
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. The DIY culture is pretty strong in that community. You know what I mean?
Is it?
Very, very strong.
Well, we've had some cons here in Melbourne. So we've had SuperCon or some things, which I'm not into specifically, but I recall them being here.
Yep.
But yeah, yes, Brian Vines, ARF is correct. Is the current terminology.
Just one thing: don't let Glenn Fun King 3D anywhere near giving you guys suggestions for names, because he'll come up with the most insane things.
Okay.
He has he wants one down here in Florida just so he can call it farts. Don't ask me what it stands for, but that's what he wants. I'm like, no. He's like, you should do a Florida 1440
Florida,
for me.
yeah.
You can call it farts. I'm like, no, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I can say this now because I know he's home sleeping and not watching.
Yeah. Michael Castle, yes, we are pretty much all descendants from criminals, except for all the immigrants, which is a good thing because we've diversified our population from those, original crims, the bread stealers. You steal a loaf of bread and you get shipped to Australia. Imagine the shipping. Wow. We were always complaining about shipping.
No GST back then, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure there was, but
No
it's stood for
customs
something
duties.
else.
Yeah.
The criminals can bring their 3D printers to save on tariffs and shipping.
Yeah, get stuffed travelers or something.
So my husband goes to the US to go to a diving conference. He brings me back 5 kilos of filament in his luggage.
I'm glad you said filament and not just kilos.
Kilos in the luggage. Chappelle.
Yeah.
This is why I do not like felines.
Oh, why not?
Because they try to take over everything.
No, they don't try.
Yes,
they
they do.
succeed.
Like having a raven. Your cat cannot fly onto the roof of the neighbour's house with your keys and wallet and
Oh my
start
God.
distributing the contents of your wallet and your friend's cigarettes all over the roof, one by one.
Wow.
It's like that was it Citibank, I think it is over here in the States, where it's like, what's in your wallet? Well, according to the Crow, you have this card, that card, $20 in singles. And
He was the cheekiest thing. He really was. Like I used to have a backpack, and it was a Barbie doll's backpack, and he would fly around with that thing, and you'd say, "Go and get your backpack," and you'd turn up with the backpack, and you'd put a bit of food in it for him, and you'd take it away and hide it. Yeah, he was an incredible little critter.
Awesome.
Very, very good year, and then he got run over by lots of cars.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Now I understand how Game of Thrones always send a raven what they come back with, just
he
random
came back
stuff
with
from
some,
people's coins
stuff.
and
Yeah. He stole a fan from me and took it to my neighbour who had a collection of fans. She had Chinese fans, and she was like a bird lady and always looking after injured birds and stuff. And so he used to go and visit her. He used to go and visit all my neighbours. And he'd go and visit this lady, and he stole a fan from me and took it to her because he knew that she collected them. Like, he was
clever.
Pretty clever. And yeah, like he would do the strangest little things. But yeah, kids could make him fetch. He'd go and fetch for him and bring stuff back to get a treat. And yeah, it was a cool year. But then one day, didn't come home. And found him a couple of days later, flooded attack. Peace out, Lazarus.
Was that lady famous?
That was Lazarus. Lazarus Taylor. You can look him up on Facebook. That was a somber moment. Sorry.
Okay, I'm actually out though. Sorry, I'll leave it to you guys.
See you, Mitch.
Have a good
See ya.
one, Mitch.
It's good seeing you guys. Bye. Bye, Kat.
Thanks for coming on, Mitch.
So is anybody queued up? Shane?
Nope. You got a half an hour to the next individual that comes in.
Oh, okay.
So,
I hope it's
What
not
have you been
too
up
loud.
to, Kat?
Yeah, this is what I was asking, if it's too loud in the background, because I got 2 stacks at the same time of the face shields printing on my CraftBot 3. That is really 2 arms, and a stack of 7 both. This is crazy. This is why I'm looking over there once in a while.
We can't hear it, Kat, which is good. It's fine.
Yeah, you can't hear
Oh,
it,
okay.
right?
I have this road. So
Same
I
market.
seem to do a good job isolating it from the back.
Exactly the same.
wait, is that the thing you're testing
wow. What?
Welbot, is
That's
that
not
the
the one
same?
I'm using, but whoop.
Yes, that's the mic that I'm using with the test.
No, because Kat, there's like 4 people on today, and they're like, "Hey, can you hear me? Because I got this and this, and I'm using this new thing. I'm testing it out." And it was like four people on today. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm the official test bed. Yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, my husband he bought it for me, so he's also using it for his podcasts and screencasts.
The only problem with that Rode mic, which is why I use this instead, which is the cheap thing, is because it picks up keystrokes, mouse clicks, everything. It's so sensitive, it just picks up everything.
If you had a PC, you could actually use what I'm using, and it would filter it out.
Oh, don't be like that. I'm sure OBS has a. I mean, let's pick on the Mac guy.
No, if you can get an NVIDIA card, if you've got one in there, you can probably use it.
I'm offended.
No, sorry. No.
I was just about to tell Wellbot that I made JT a co-host, so he has, you know, the same
I have booting privileges.
Yes.
He knows
just in case if everything crashes.
Oh yeah, I absolutely know he's
it will
joking.
stay with JT, so you know I won't go through a heart attack online again.
Well, that's interesting. I'd have to start the recording then too.
No, surprisingly. It dumped everything, but it's still recorded and it connected right back. And so hopefully nothing was lost, because I'll try to look for that time period, because I wrote it down and I'm like, you know, I'll just clip out that little, you know, me freaking out and, you know, just happen to delete it so no one sees it ever. It'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be fine. As long as the video chunk didn't get corrupted at that endpoint.
Can you know? You better knock on wood over there. Thank you.
I don't know if you can see the chat, Cathy, but 3D Printing Llama is saying hello.
Yes, banana band hammer. I saw the model on Twitter. The banana hammer. Not very effective, but
dun, dun, dun.
That's pretty cool.
So I have a request, as I guess that we have lots of people from Australia online now in the chat. I already asked last time. We had this 24 hours thing going on, and because we know that Welbot is an extremely talented designer, and if somebody in Australia has a FDM printer that he or she doesn't need anymore, or maybe you have a friend that you know that could have a spare one, we would be so happy if you could send it his way, because he would do awesome stuff with it, I believe.
I think Cathy's going to hook me up once this whole Corona thing's done with, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Very, very kindly, thank you, Cathy.
With the proceeds of the 5 kilograms, no doubt.
I think we could the thing with a filament. We could get that sorted out.
Yes.
Well, alien equivalent. Yep.
Yeah,
that's what I won from the last 1440 stream.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. Yes.
And my free shipper, and a an alien box.
Nice.
Wow, Cathy.
Goodies.
Lots of goodies.
You're
That's
so
from Josh.
awesome.
That's from Josh from Alien 3D.
Yeah.
You know, I also have 2 rolls of Ice 3D patchy here, and to tell you the truth, it's the best patchy I've printed so far. You know, printing all these face shields. I never used a patchy before, but I found out it's not that easy to use. But once I tried the Ice 3D, I must say it's really incredible.
PETG's the tougher kind of filament, isn't it?
It's very flexible. It's tough and also flexible.
Yes.
We want to have printing these face shields.
And hotter.
Yes, hotter,
Yes.
and you can also clean it better with the disinfections. I don't know, but maybe I'm wrong.
Sounds good.
Actually, all the tests that Prusa did on the face shields, and they got tests done for disinfection or sanitization, and all the tests were done with PETG.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
It's more
Yeah.
chemically resistant than a lot of other materials and holds up to heat better than, PLA.
It doesn't break as easy because it's, as Kat says, much more flexible.
Yeah. Although I had a brittle one lately, I had to throw away an entire stack because I don't know, maybe the print settings were wrong. But I always do a test, bending them this way and that way, and then flexing it, and I don't know, 45
Try
to 90
drying your
degree
filament.
angle, and it broke.
Try drying the filament before you print with it.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's usually the case. When
Yeah.
PETG is wet, you have to. It does get brittle.
Oh. Okay.
And I see 3D PETG. It is good, but it loves the hotter the better. Like say 255 to 265, depending. Usually, it does a lot better than doing standard regular things. I think their recommended setting is up to 270 max. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
printed
using now
Yeah, I
240.
always print hot. Print as hot as you can. That's my theory.
Yeah, Pooch is saying good heat resistance too.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, unfortunately, I'm on a green screen, but I'll hold up a bunch of things.
Hold on.
Oops,
Any
that doesn't
experiments
work.
that can run in the future.
It doesn't look that great. Oh, yeah.
They're just a bunch of tests. They're PLA mostly, stack testing and just, infills and so forth. But we're really lucky here. We've not had the demand because Australia has pretty much kicked Corona's ass, touch wood.
It's great to hear.
I couldn't find someone to give them to for a long time. And
Yeah.
I eventually find someone I could print 200 for.
One thing. I'm sorry.
Go
One
on,
thing I
go
noticed here because one state north of me is Georgia, and stateside, they're one of the few states who kind of open up all the certain businesses and everything else. And one of them was like hair salons, tattoo parlors, gyms, bowling alleys, and they interviewed someone from it was a hairstylist, and part of the requirements for the hairstylist was mask plus shield that they had to do it and everything.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's going to be if that's the new requirement that goes to all the other states, it would be interesting to see like the new demand for that. Let's say because then you have like people here in the States, they'll try to do it where they'll donate the goods to the medical field, but now where it's private business, that's gonna be a lot different, because then what the whole like if you're allowed to open up your business, you really now it's really not deemed a necessity or essential, excuse me. You're not going to live and die if you get a haircut, So I mean, do those people charge, and do you not charge? It's going to start.
I'm confused about what I'm supposed to do, because I've been still trading online and I've been still trading from here. I've got a glass door that I've got people on the other side of, and they can see my computer over here, and I work with them through the glass window. But I don't even know if I'm allowed to be doing that or not. But it's like, well, there's no actual risk to anyone for me doing that. I'm doing 3D design through a window, and people are talking to me from the other side of a piece of glass. But I mean, McDonald's is open for drive-through. That's similar. You can go to the supermarket and buy stuff still. So it's the laws are so unclear what you are and aren't allowed to do, and I need the money. I can't stop what I'm doing. So,
like, I know that down at my local shopping centre, there's a tobacconist across from Woolworths, and she's been open, and she's just got this like perspex shield in front of like the little counter where people go up and order, and like just hidden stuff underneath a little opening at the bottom. I mean, you'd hardly consider that to be an essential service, so I don't think there'd be any problems with you running your business that way. Like,
yeah, well, that's what I sort of thought. And look, I had a printer bed full of face shields. I thought if I get in trouble for what I'm doing, I'd be like, well, come on, am I supposed to stop printing, face shields for the hospital? It's, I've got hundreds of these things floating around. I can't even see myself on here. What's going on? Yeah, I've got hundreds of these floating around, and I just thought I'll just offer the police some face shields if they come. And I thought, is that bribery or not? I don't know. It probably is, isn't it?
Sure, that'd go down well.
Would you like
I'll give you some of my latest product.
But it's like, what do you do? It's like, I'm just trying to be nice.
Yeah, our supermarkets have just put up Perspex shields as well for the cash registers.
The weird thing is they want you to pack your own groceries.
Yeah.
But the checkout operator is actually touching the groceries to put them there. Why can't they just touch them and put them in your bag? So
Because your fabric or canvas bags have the virus absorbed into them. Apparently, Coles will pack your bag if you buy their plastic bags. You know how we're getting rid of plastic bags?
Yeah.
Now that they're charging for them, they're very happy for you to have them.
That's why I just go through self-checkout.
My Woolies had
bugger that.
Notice about that as well. They're like, if you bring your own bag, you pack it yourself, but if you buy your bags from us, we'll pack them for you. And I'm like, what's the bloody difference? Like, if you go to the checkout and put your bag down like where they normally pack them, there's no Perspex shield between you and the cash register attendant anymore, because the Perspex shield is like on the side. So it's kind of totally...
You've touched all the groceries to put them in your trolley, and they're not sanitizing in between customers, so it's a bit of a furphy, really.
It just seems kind of pointless, but I'm like, whatever. I just do self-serve checkout most of the time anyway.
So tomorrow the stores are going to open up here again, and my hairdresser asked me last week if I could print their face shields. So I think this is going to be a big business, not only making stuff for doctors and nurses anymore, but also for other people that get really close to you as people at the cashiers. You know, you go to the grocery store, or hair cutters. Yeah, it's
kindergarten.
Yeah.
I've still got a session of physiotherapy left.
I know. Last week we went to the animal doctor. What is it called in English?
The vet.
Veterinary.
Veterinary. Yes. And I offered him a shield, and at first he said, okay. And then I just left it there, and we had to go there again. And then he had a big smile on his face wearing it. And he said, he wants to have 4 more. So he got it here. He was really happy because he didn't want to wear that face mask anymore, because it always made his glasses blind, you know. And so he's wearing now the face shield instead.
We had
what is that?
Somebody's mesh mixering on one of my screens all of a sudden.
Yeah,
that's me. That's me. I'm just showing off a piece of medical equipment. I was going to wait to talk without talking over anyone, but that's an ear doctor kind of guy who takes casts of people's ears and needs to clean them first. Requested me to model one the other day. That's for going over the top of his tool. It's the bit that goes in the ear when the doctor looks in the ear. So that's something that normally is reusable, and they're not wanting to reuse them. So I designed that up to print in bars mode.
So what did you construct that with?
That was just 3D printed in PLA for a test, just to see if it fitted on this machine. And that's probably what we would go with for printing, because they'd be single use and just use food grade PLA and just dispose of them when they're done with. So. And that's private enterprise. You know, that's what he does isn't technically medical. It's a private thing for custom fitting hearing aids and earplugs. I think like work earplugs for keeping your ears safe.
Yeah.
So I think that's his main industry is that. So it's and I'm going to hit all my local shops up and see if they need face shields as well. But it's like, where do you draw the line between filling a need and helping the community out and taking advantage of a situation and profiting? You know, it's. I mean, I 3D print for a living. It's what I do. I need to survive. I need to make money, but at the end of the
Yeah,
day, you know, I
you
want to
have
help people out as well. So I sort of ordered 18 kilos of filament so I'd have enough on standby to print for the medical community if they needed them. And they did for a bit, and then they didn't, and then they did, then they didn't, and it's been kind of, you know, red tape and go, start, stop. So at the moment, I'm ready to go. I made a nice video on how to stack face shields the other day and use the temperature changes to make them separate. And, you know, I'm ready to go, and then hopefully a lot of people are if we need it, and hopefully we don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, we have been lucky. Like the ratio of deaths to population for us has been extremely low. But I don't know. I've been sort of following the national news. You guys got locked down hard, both north and mid, didn't you? So the Queenslanders got not actually. Although beaches opened temporarily this week, didn't they?
I'm not sure.
Then it was a cluster.
That was in New South Wales.
Was it?
Yeah, a lot of beaches are closed. I don't know if it's all of them. I thought it was all of them at first, but apparently it's not. I'm not sure. But
I
yeah,
think they went and closed them.
They
anyway,
did, yeah, because people didn't just go from the footpath to the water, which is what they were supposed to do. They were sunbathing and playing and whatever. So,
what do you do at the beach?
Yeah,
I don't know how laying on the sand is going to be that infectious. Like I can hardly imagine living for a long time on sand.
Yeah, but that's not the point. It's,
but they were playing
it's still
volleyball or
social
something, weren't they? I
distancing.
don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. I think that was the issue, is that people were like touching the same balls.
It was,
Boom, boom.
It was ridiculous.
Family friendly.
Yeah. Volleyballs.
Oh,
Have you met my friend Volley?
Yeah, it's like we did get locked down in Queensland, but strangely, like we were kind of the last to actually get our borders locked down. Like it happened like a week after everyone else had kind of closed their borders. They kind of announced it and they said, "Oh yeah, we'll close our borders," and it was like a week from that date or something, which was really weird.
Let's keep all those New South Wales people out.
Yeah.
Who let in all those cruise ships with infected people?
Well, that was just ridiculous. When it was happening, I tweeted saying, "Hang on, some idiots just let 2,700 people off a boat, and it's turned into a disaster."
Yeah.
So I was surprised when they said they were opening the beaches.
Yeah, I find it funny when people say that the government's doing a good job on one hand and then forget about that. I don't know whose decision it was. Maybe it wasn't the government's. I don't know, but that didn't seem like a good idea to me.
Yeah, it'll come out in the wash, and hopefully heads roll.
Yeah,
I don't care whose heads, but it was bad. But we live in the lucky country, you know. At least our leader's not orange. I mean, wearing an orange shirt.
I'm the leader. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
I also have one. I could wear it.
Oh, you missed it earlier, Kat. There were 5 people on the stream. Did you see?
I see it when I was still in bed waking up. I checked out who's online. I saw all these orange shirts, and I thought, "Oh, I also have one." But I would have to change. If you want me to jump in also with one, I have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I decided I'd take a photo, so I just put a photo in the chat then. Sam was feeling left out at the time.
Oh, for not having the orange. Yeah, I had the orange chain.
But you had the orange chain. He fit in.
Yeah,
he did his best.
I've decided when I make my 3D printing revolution T-shirts, I'm going to make them orange.
Yeah.
Orange and black.
So I can fit in with you guys next time I do a stream. I hope there's a next time. I hope you're like, get this guy off.
You can see that message to JT?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, I mean, there's no message. No.
Yeah, please, you kick him. You invited him. You kick him.
I didn't invite him.
No. That's your message to me. You invited this Sam bloke.
You said he was a good guy.
Yeah, and now you've got him on Twitter as well.
Well, the funny thing is, it's just like, you know, because like he just popped on and Sam, Samantha was, hosting so I can take a break and everything else. And next thing you know, it's like, poof, there he is. I'm like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? Da-da-da-da-da. He's like, I'm early. I'm like, don't worry about it. This is scheduled, but I'm not even following it.
But this is after I've talked for like I don't know how long without realizing that I was live. It was just lucky I was hopefully saying cool stuff.
Oh no, but like the last time we did this, we first started off. I did this whole like 10-minute thing and everything else, and then like it was Walter, Country 3D, and Matt from How I Do It, and they're like, yeah, you're not streaming. No one's seen that. I'm like, son of a. So then like this morning I sat there for an hour. I made sure everything was all set. Everything was perfect. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Boom. And I'm like, hey guys, same thing. They're like, yeah, no one's seen it. So I'm like, son of a. So I just flipped it on and started recording. I'm like, all right, we're live. Here we go. That's it. Hi.
It was only 4 minutes though, or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I stayed up. I double-checked. I triple-checked everything. I got all the links and keys and everything. I just wanted it to work.
Welcome to a streamer's life. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's because then it's just like I'm like, all right, here we go, 1, 2, 3, da-da-da, ba, 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 ba. Yeah, no one can see you. I'm like, oh, that's good.
3D Revolution, could you give me your YouTube handle?
Yeah, it is through the Printing Revolution. I'll try and find a way to share it.
In the chat.
Yeah, I will. I'll post it in the chat. I'm not very big on YouTube at all. I'm this tiny little guy. I don't even know how you guys all got me on. But
you might get blocked, Sam.
Yeah,
you won't be able to post it.
Yeah,
I won't be able to post it.
Well, just type something in first. I'll give you a mod privilege, and then you can post a link.
Oh, okay. I can just put it in the Discord. That's easy.
Okay,
cool.
I actually did post a video in the Discord of me with the face shield. Then that way you'll find me. But I can post again.
Sweet.
I want to link up with everybody because I'm trying to schmooze and network. So I'll try and get in touch with all you guys. And...
Yeah, I'm not so much in Discord, so.
Okay. Yes. Cool.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
You Twitter?
Chat,
do you do Twitter? Yeah, I'll just do it in the chat. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So. Yeah. What did you want to know about me?
What's your favorite color?
The stacking thing started interesting.
The stacking. Yes. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And I'm also on Facebook. I've got a Facebook page. That's where most of my sort of traffic is on my Facebook page. I don't know why I hate Facebook, but that's kind of just. It just fell into where it was. Like it was, when I decided to go from being someone that 3D prints to someone that's, known for 3D printing and try and be a teacher in that field, I, just started helping random people I was already helping random people, but that's what made me decide to do it. But anyway, I just started sort of funneling people towards my Facebook page because it was easier than trying to get them off that platform to a different one. So.
Yeah.
It's kind of why I'm more of a Facebooker than a YouTuber, but I do have intentions of doing more YouTube videos, but until now, I'm pointing at my computer. I didn't have a decent computer. So editing video was tedious, and now it's going to be nice. So, yeah. I'll be quiet for a second while I find my links. Sorry.
Who's making that clicking sound?
Oh, the bird?
Yes.
That would be my mic. There's a bird flying around in my warehouse.
Okay.
It's not my bird. it's its own bird. I can mute myself though if it's distracting.
No. Sometimes you just want to know what to hear.
Yeah, I just want to do it to make sure I'm not hearing strange sounds.
Yeah.
That's just the voices, Shane.
I was just, I already brought the voice. Look, okay, I'm sorry. I'm special. I have 2 extra voices in my head. One's name is Fred, the other's name is Bob, okay? Don't hate the player, hate the game. All right? I just have more people to talk to on any given time. I even threw up a few tweets about that, like Voices in My Head, part 1 or whatever, for laughs or whatever. And people just like, dude, what's wrong with you? I'm like, do you really need to ask? Have you seen anything about me? Social media, videos? Yeah, but no, I had a lot of fun making that video last night with the curing tub, whatever you want to call it. I can see. I can see. I can see clearly now. The rain has come. There. I sang for everyone who was asking. That's the only thing I was singing.
We could sing it all together.
Well, no, because I've been on some other show and I sang once and I did a stupid dance or whatever, and now it's like, oh, do it again. I'm like, dude, I'm not a monkey.
Oh,
No,
that was cool. I love that.
That's under my things never to do again on stream.
Okay.
Back in a sec, getting coffee.
So I'm safe to post that thing in the chat without it booting me out?
No. Wait, just say hi
in the private Zoom chat. Oh, with it. So just like.
Oh yeah, you can send it in the private Zoom chat if you want, or just put it in the YouTube chat. Say hi first in the YouTube chat. I'll make you a mod. Then you can post your link. So then, if anyone else wants to do it.
Gotcha. Cool. I'll do that. Cool. I have the chat open. Ignore me for a bit. It's all good.
Shane is never alone. I am never alone with the voices in my head. Bob and Fred are very good until they start to argue.
What are they arguing over? And who's right, Bob or Fred?
They argue all the time. They just hate each other. They get along great with me, but then, one tries to pull me aside to talk about the other, and it gets very awkward. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Okay, now, Sam, you can post a link in the YouTube chat.
Wait.
So that way, if anyone else wants it, they got it.
Ooh. Cool, 3D&D Maker. Thanks for subscribing. Awesome. And I just posted the link there. So yeah, it's posted right now if anyone wants it. So that was a video on how to do to use the post-processing scripts to cool your layers down, so you can print hot for your actual face shield mask thing, and then cold for the rest, like the joiny bit, and then back to. And it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, because it was like the gap caused it to wig out and made the post-processing script not kind of listen, because there was nothing on that layer. So like I told it to do it just for one layer, and it kind of just ignored it altogether. And then I tried it for for continuous, and then 2 layers later or whatever, I told it to stop and go back to normal temperature. So yeah, but I've made like a 3MF file in Cura, so you can open that and see the whole project's ready to rock and roll. And it's ready to go. So you can sort of see the post-processing scripts and everything. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful. And somebody did message me back saying that it didn't work for the Ender 5. And my suggestion is to slow it down if it's not working on your Ender 3 or any printer that you tried on. Because there's also G-code. So if the G-code's not working for you, just try it slower and it will probably work. Because I've got a Bondtech extruder on my Ender 3. Am I muted?
No.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Cool. Just checking. Shane was doing like a little.
No. I'm doing this because I can see someone typing something, and it's not going to happen. Because the song that he's singing is very popular at Boston Red Sox games, and it's played often in the 7th inning as a 7th inning stretch. So yeah, no, and I'm not going to get that song stuck in my head now.
Nothing worse than having a song you don't want stuck in your head.
No, that's right. I once had my teeth drilled at the dentist to, I don't even want to think about it. What am I doing to myself? Achy breaky heart.
Oh,
no joke. I'm having my teeth drilled with no anesthetic because I'm an idiot. And achy breaky heart comes on, and that was worse than the tooth drilling.
I am not surprised.
Yeah.
That is horrid.
So I hope that got that other song out of your head, Shane.
No, because I got now I have another version of it stuck in my head.
Ow.
Anyways, that's okay. Revenge is sweet. It's kind of like that. It's one of those songs. You guys ever seen South Park, the older episodes when they were doing what was it like South Park 8 or whatever, and Cartman was sitting there. It's like every single time he hears the song "Come Sail Away," he has to sing the entire song.
I think I might remember that.
It's kind of like this.
Yeah. Made that fit.
If I do have to feel the need, I'll just cut the camera and the microphone. I'll just sing it and then just come back and be like, all right, it's over.
Like song Tourette's.
Yeah, basically.
On the chat, I think you can work out what the song is anyway.
Nope.